Here in this video, we're going to do a big example with a negative y-intercept. So the local Phi Theta Kappa chapter is selling lemon shake-ups on campus as a fundraiser to Nerd Nation this year. Nerd Nation. PTK members are volunteering their time to man the booth, but the chapter spent $90 on supplies to make the shake-ups. They intend to charge $3. Okay, so if you're thinking about this, they spent money went out, and then they're going to sell them and money's going to come in. So we've got money going two different directions. That implies a positive and a negative. So here, what do X and Y represent? Well, you see it says per shake-up. So X is going to be the number of shake-ups that we sell. Y is going to be total money. I can't say profit because if we don't sell any shake-ups, we're actually at a loss because we shelled out $90 on supplies, right? So it's just the total money that we're dealing with here. Now, what's the slope? Remember, the slope is the reoccurring item for every something. Well, our slope is going to be $3 because we're charging $3 for every shake-up. So every shake-up we sell, $3 is coming in, right? That's the reoccurring item. The starting point, well, the starting point is going to be negative 90 because we're talking about money and we shelled out $90 to get this thing started, so it's going to be negative. And it's negative because it's gone. That money is gone. We gave it away, right? If you give me $20, you are now in the whole $20. Okay, so plot the starting amount and sketch an appropriate graph. Well, I think it might be hard to sketch the graph right now, but we can at least do our starting point. So we know at 0, our starting point is 90, right? That's down here. And we're going to come back and plot the rest of this in a minute. I want to answer questions 4, 5, and 6, and we can use that, maybe even 7, before we do our graph. So we'll come back there to page 4. Write a linear model that represents the money raised by the fundraiser. Well, Y equals, I'm charging $3 per shake-up, but I spent $90. So this is my linear model, and we can use that to answer questions. They have enough to make 225 shake-ups. If they sell all of those, so that means X is 225. So Y equals $3 per shake-up minus the $90 it took to get it started. So if I sell this, it's $675 minus 90. That means they profited $585. So when X is 225, the profit is $585. That would be an ordered pair. How many shake-ups would they have to sell to raise 300? Well, now in our formula, oops, where'd that 225 come from? 3x minus 90. 300 is our total money. So I have to first add 90 to both sides to get these to go away. So 390 equals 3x. Divide both sides by 3. X equals 130. So if they sell 130, they profit 300. Though there again is an ordered pair. Let's go ahead and graph from those. So we just said if they sell, man, they don't even have anything small. Goodness gracious. All right, let's go 20. Let's say we're doing 20 shake-ups. Let's use our formula. Y equals 3 times 20 minus 90. Well, that's 60 minus 90. That's negative 30. So my ordered pair would be 20, negative 30. All right, let's do 40. Let's use a different color, one that maybe you can see. If you type in 40 minus 90, 120 minus 90 is 30. So my ordered pair would be 40, 30. So at 40, we're up to 30, and there should be a straight line between those. Okay, it's not beautifully straight, but that's the idea. You can see they have to sell quite a few just to get out of the hole, and that leads us to the last question here. The break-even point of a business model is the point where Y equals 0. More simply, where all the costs have been paid for, right? You don't have any profit, but you have no longer lost money, right? If they don't sell enough shake-ups, they're going to lose money because they shelled out money to get started. So, right, the key for break-even is it's where Y equals 0. So if I have my formula, 3x minus 90, the break-even point is where Y equals 0. where I have no profit but I have no loss. I'm just breaking even. So I add 90 to both sides to, try to isolate the variable. So 90 equals 3x, divide both sides by 3, x equals 30. They have to sell at least 30 shake-ups to break even all here on this fundraiser. And if you look back at our graph, 30, 0, hey, that's pretty good because here's the 0 line. That's actually, I graphed that pretty well without even trying. So you can see that 30 is the break-even point. And that is the end of that video.